Welcome back to Eavesdropping Simulator 2020. We are still playing as Cloud Strife, the nosiest motherfucker on the planet. A planet which is dying.
Cloud's the dude who mutes his TV to try and listen in on other neighbors talking.
You haven't even signed a lease yet. You do not legally belong here.
Cloud knocks once and gives them a half second and then goes, "I'm coming in." He just really wants to see if everyone has 2 bathroom stalls like he does. Maybe the other one's a closet? I don't know, man. All these apartments just look like they took a public bathroom and slapped a bed inside of it and called it an apartment.
Mm-hmm. This apartment used to be just a gym locker room.
Ugh, that explains the smell.
They put up stucco walls and decided to call it the day.
Something I really liked here when I played the remake for the first time was just walking outside and getting hit by sunlight. It was really shocking because similar to the original in how you couldn't ever look up because you had no control over a camera and everything was pre-rendered, it was always nighttime in the slums in the original game, and I thought as a kid, like, hey, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a giant fucking city hanging over the slums. You're not going to get any light from that. But now being able to actually look around, you know, there's gaps between each sector hanging above the slums. There's no wall closing off the sides, you know, entirely. So there's a ton of space for sunlight to actually come in. And so when I just opened the door for the first time, I was just like shocked.
Man, sometimes there's light in the darkness. Sometimes there's a little green plant, you know, coming up between the sidewalk crack. Think about it.
Oh my god. By the way, that little animation Cloud does to say, like, I'm not going in Carlos number 49's apartment again, is basically the same type of shrugging animation that he would use in the original game too. It's like the only place he really uses that animation, but it's funny they still kept that.
I'm willing to bet the new hair moves more, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now, you must be Cloud. I'm Marle, your landlady. So how'd you like the place?
I'm a witch. I boil children.
I've been around.
I'll bet. No matter. All kinds come through with all kinds of reasons.
Would you call yourself
if you
a
ever need
drifter?
me to bend, I'll lend you mine. Can be about anything. Even Tifa.
Would she miss you if you were gone?
The granddaughter I never had. And if you hurt her, I'll take it out of your hide. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
I'm working on a spell to transfer my soul to a new, younger body. You look like an ideal candidate. Marle looks like a lady who could dust all the apartments just by shaking her head back and forth.
Holding position until nightfall. We'll report any developments immediately if observed.
This kid never gets out of this dumpster. He's always surveilling.
Hey kid, want to join Avalanche?
It's cool. I'm not entirely sure how many members there are yet, but there's at least 5. 6?
My
I don't know.
husband decided to go to the station and see if it had gotten any better.
The bombings made such a mess of everything.
I don't know. I guess that depends if you count Marlene as a member of Avalanche or not. Yeah, now that it's daytime, all the NPCs are doing different things than they were at nighttime the night before. Mm-hmm. There's no like actual real time of day cycle. It's just after certain plot points, the time of day changes. But every time the time of day changes, people are doing different things and they have different conversations for every night and day that passes.
Oh, look, it's the local a cappella club.
There's so many people who just don't get that the planet is a living thing.
Shinra's brainwashed them.
The a cappella club that is also some people who have bought into Baird's ideology.
Well, yeah, because they're both about harmony.
Whoa. Eggs and chips.
Very, very low harmony. Disharmonic.
Morning.
Hey.
Just so you know, Marlene's still asleep. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Huh?
These water filters won't replace themselves. Although the next batch probably could, if Jessie put her mind to it. Most every home in the area has one. Folks love them because they practically eliminate the rotten egg smell. Honestly, they make us more money than this place. And it's easy money, too. We bring new filters, collect the old ones, and get paid.
Now, did the original game have a Brita sponsorship, or is that added for the remake?
That was added for the remake.
I'm a soldier.
Which is why no one will refuse to pay. What do you say? Please?
Cloud, we're doing this for the good of everyone. It's for the community. It's going to make life better. Also, we need you to shake people down for cash.
I'll give you the grand tour.
Look, it's rough down in the slums. Some people will shoot you the instant they you open the doors, so we need the biggest sword we have to block all of the bullets.
Yeah, if you could just walk in backwards.
Go ahead and keep whatever we collect. Seeing as you didn't bring any luggage, I'm guessing there's stuff you need to buy.
Thanks.
And don't worry, we'll pay you the difference after. Barrett's out making his rounds too.
As long as I get it all today.
Don't take your eyes off me.
So yeah, when you're running around, sometimes you'll hear different music pop in. There are jukeboxes and stereos and other stuff around that are playing special remixes or rearrangements of songs from Final Fantasy VII, including a lot of songs that won't naturally show up in this first remake game. Music from areas from later parts.
Hey there. Here to change out your water filter.
Tifa, baby, how you doing? Been waiting for you to... Wait, let me see.
Cloud's in charge of collections. He'll take your money.
Y'all go to the same
Sounds
barber?
like a pretty sweet gig. If you ever need someone to fill in, I'm your man.
In your dreams, maybe.
Huh?
Cloud! Since we're here?
Depending on how much longer I am in quarantine for, my hair's gonna end up like this, because this is how I do my haircuts right now. The top, way too hard. The sides, real easy. Also, at stores, you can just buy new songs, too, to play on jukeboxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
This is just a remix of the Prelude, the main theme of the Final Fantasy franchise. This one, strangely enough, sounds kind of like the version that plays in Final Fantasy X. Right before you play some Blitzball. He's also got antidotes which can cure the poison status effect, but we're not going to get poisoned too much at the start of the game, so...
Because getting poison's just a waste of my time.
Yeah. Also can buy more materia. We don't have lightning materia anymore because that was Barrett's and he left. So we'll get our own.
We gotta replenish our Grorbs.
Yeah, our Grorbs. Good on Porbs for now, though.
Thanks. If you're ever in the market for anything else, drop on by. Especially if Tifa's with you.
We'll see you around.
I don't like your
okay?
teeth.
And let us know when your filter next needs changing.
Get away from me.
All the items you could want.
He's a regular. Stock up here and he might throw in a freebie or two.
For you, maybe.
Well, you could try being a little nicer.
To get free shit? Not my style.
I've never been nice in my life. How dare you?
Just met her.
Then you know what to expect.
I love that Cloud
She's a good friend of
cannot
Avalanche,
even
so be
begin
nice.
to consider the idea of being nice for being just for the sake of being nice, and only views being nice as a way to get stuff.
The dishonorable way to get stuff.
I'll just beat him up.
Hey, Marle. Got some filters for ya.
Tifa, my dear, dear girl.
You pick up FM radio on that hair, lady?
Working?
Be nice. Cloud's helping me with collections.
You'd better take care of her.
I'm pretty good at taking care of myself, you know.
That I do. Still, better him than you. No charm, no wit. Big sword, but no skills.
I've got skills.
Be nice.
I'm doing my best.
You're
I
looking
love
awfully glum.
also
Are
Cloud,
you getting
the
enough
way
sleep?
Cloud says, I've got
good
skills,
long
like he's
rest
like a
will cure
6-year-old
anything,
being
I tell
double
you.
dog dared on
A
the
tried and
playground.
true lesson for life on the ground floor. Am I right?
That you are.
I love how their physical
Your
acting
money.
is definitely like playing to the
Marle.
balcony.
You take care
Yeah.
of yourself.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I expect to see two people in a horse costume go by.
Oh, also Cloud's bed is a place to restore your health and all that. Yeah, a lot of the physical acting for these more automated cutscenes is way more exaggerated in the way that seems common with a lot of Japanese mocap for video games. It's always super theatric.
Marle's great. She helped get me set up back in the day.
You been here a while now?
5 years, give or take. But never mind that. We've got to get you your money. Last stop is the weapons store.
Yeah, I feel like Tifa at any moment is going to teach me all about the different ways to use the letter S.
Yeah, a little bit later on, it only really happens at this early part of the game where shit isn't too bad, like in the world that Tifa has a lot of motions that she acts like a pop idol in Japan.
Hey, that last filter didn't do shit.
We're so sorry about that. Hopefully this one will work better.
Save your excuses and get out.
Oh man,
right.
we got a job to do.
If you could just settle your bill, we'll be on our way.
The hell? You charging me for your busted-ass goods?
I'm on his
My associate
side.
handles payment disputes.
Think you can mosey up in here and have it your way?
Pretty please.
With extra pretty.
Thank you very much. Seeing as we're done with our rounds and you've got a small fortune now, why not take a gander at the weapons?
Well, when will Barrett be back with the rest?
I want my real money.
Before we open up tonight. It'll be a while yet, so what do you want to do?
Don't really know.
In that case, I've got a suggestion.
Buy a
Wanna
gun.
hear it? If you're serious about becoming a merc, then you're going to need to start making connections. It's not what you know, but who you know?
Cloud, have you heard of side quests?
Another lesson for life on the ground floor.
Yep. Connections get you jobs. Jobs build your rep. And more rep gets you better connections.
How do I start?
Why not help out the neighborhood watch? They're mostly volunteers, but you'll get to know people.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't see anybody at the office, so let's head up top.
Not really into the meeting people part, but swinging my sword sounds pretty cool.
With a weapon of your own. Come and check out our selection.
I would
Speak
never
with our
use a gun,
friendly
though. That's
staff
the
to find the
dishonorable
perfect
weapon.
for you and your needs.
Are you insulting my best friend and dad, Barrett? The only person in this godforsaken world with a last name?
Well, Cloud's got his last name is Strife.
Yeah, sure it is.
Strife.
He's making that up.
Yeah, you're right. That's not his real name.
Huh. Didn't know you were holding down the fort.
Huh? Oh, hey, Cloud. Looking to join the neighborhood watch?
That depends. What does this neighborhood watch do?
Exchange lemon squares on Saturdays.
Really. But our top priority is taking care of any beasts that wander into town. That, and teaching the locals how to defend themselves.
Like they say, the only one who will look out for you is you.
Cloud's a
That
great
is something
fighter,
the
but
neighborhood
only we
watch
know that.
should not say.
If no one knows him, no one will hire him. Thought if he joined the watch, he could get his name out there.
That would work for everybody.
Truth be told, we could really use your help. We can't pay you in gil, but we'll work something out.
Exposure. How about that?
For example... Aha! What about your sword? I could mod it for you.
No thanks. It's fine just the way it is.
What, you some kind of purist? I know I'd never pass up a chance to improve my gear. Come on, at least let me show you how it's done.
Listen to Charlie Sheen. Come on.
Did you see him in Platoon? He was great.
What's the worst that could happen?
Like, I'm just gonna drill an extra hole in your sword so you can put another magic orb in it, okay? So yeah, when you level up in this game, on top of all of your stats just going up a little bit, you get 5 skill points every time you level up. And skill points are just used for leveling up your weapons. There's also a weapon level right now, but we don't really need to pay attention to that. Yeah, 10 skill points. Something that is new to this game, on top of just being able to upgrade your weapons at all, is weapons in this game aren't like in older RPGs where, hey, I got a sword, it has a bigger number, I will throw away the older sword. All of your weapons in this game serve different purposes and work better for certain situations, so instead you can just swap between your weapons for when the situation calls for them. And all of their upgrades, all the different weapons have different sets of upgrades. It's a lot nicer. If you really just like the Buster Sword, you can just keep upgrading it and keep using it the whole game, and it'll never get weaker than the other swords, basically.
And that is thanks to the upgrade galaxy here,
yeah.
I guess.
There's a whole universe in my sword. But yeah, we have 10 skill points. Costs 4 skill points to get upgrades right now. The Buster Sword is a very well-rounded weapon, so just upgrading both attack and magic. Give it an even 27 for both. It is possible to completely max out your weapon, get every single upgrade, but it's literally impossible to do on your first playthrough of the game. So you do have to pick and choose your first playthrough. But yeah, another weird thing, the galaxy inside the sword looks suspiciously very similar to the upgrade menu from Final Fantasy XIII, which was also just a giant galaxy.
All set? Needless to say, you'll have to try it out to appreciate the difference.
Thanks.
We'll do you one better. Spread the word to everyone who'll listen about the new Merc in town.
Between him and Wedge, there isn't anyone they don't know.
I'll march through the streets singing your praises, even on an empty stomach.
So, where are these monsters?
I don't know if I want
Scrap
that.
Boulevard. Good hunting.
Hey, Cloud, I'll come with.
No, I've got this.
But you don't know the way, do you?
Lead on.
Sure thing. I know these streets better than anyone.
Just all these movements, like she's a fucking pop idol.
Let me have a look at your sword when you get back, huh?
Somebody just loves that sword.
This isn't just a cover. We really do want to keep the neighborhood safe. We grew up here, after all. Just so you know, the Watch relies on residents' donations for funding.
Hey, should you be pointing that at me?
Won't be anyone who doesn't know about the new Merc when we're through. You can go all over town, meet all kinds of people, and no one bats an eye. Working for the neighborhood watch is the best kind of cover.
Thanks for proudly displaying your gun at me.
He's so happy, though. Let him have this.
He's a very jolly guy. I love him. So this room, a little different than the original. The crates are stacked up in the exact same way as in the original game.
Whoa.
But this was, well, first, Cloud teaches children beating the shit out of each other how to use limit breaks. It's great. But yeah, this is a giant tutorial room in the original where everyone else is asking Cloud how to fight because he's the knowledgeable one. Yeah, like teaching kids how to beat each other up. There are these 3 dudes flexing. You could talk to them and you'd get a big list like explaining everything in the battle system and all that, including Cloud saying, "I'm not hard enough to take money from guys like you, but I'll rap with you for a while."
Love it. Love it.
Yep. But yeah, no flexing men in this room this time. But there's something pretty similar to the flexing men.
Yeah?
There's 3 dudes right outside who are obsessed with working out. They just moved them out here, and they just got less muscular.
Well, yeah, in this game, but when you come back in Final Fantasy VII Remake 4...
Oh man, I hope they are ripped by then. But yeah, they say a couple different dumb things, including this guy in the middle, his reason for working out.
After 1,000, you'll be ready to hit up Jesse.
Yeah, bud. It's good to have a goal.
Yeah, it's true. And the guy, like, closest to Cloud, he wasn't saying it, it's just the RNG was hitting me real bad. But sometimes he shouts, "Glorious, glistening muscles!"
You got this. You got this.
Hold on. Don't tell me you're making that face because you think it looks cool, are you?
Also, there's a decent amount of child NPCs in this game who see straight through Cloud's bullshit and call him lame. It's pretty good.
Anyway, go kick your sister's ass until she reaches her limit break.
Yeah, it was funny when I did a second playthrough this game on New Game Plus and all of that. realizing how many NPCs where I was like, aw, those NPCs I liked are gone. It's like, no, they're just over there. There they are. I didn't realize.
Scrap Boulevard is out west. Past the barricades, supposed to keep the monsters out. Anyway, we should prepare, just in case.
Everybody's working out today.
Yeah, this is everyone's working out to get buff for the neighborhood watch. Also, the suspicious anime boy.
Searching for candidates.
I trust no child who wears socks that high and then has those little things to keep them up. That's suspicious. Get away from me. There's something weird about you, kid.
That shirt, too. This kid is a Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Also, if you listen to some of these guys down here...
Is that who Wedge mentioned? The merchant?
Wow. He wrote that song real fast.
Yeah, one, everyone knows immediately, but also, Wedge kind of fucked up, because when you walk by people, they go like, oh, what's he selling again? Or, hey, is that merchant he was talking about? Because this is a joke that's really easy to miss. Wedge called Cloud a sell sword, and everyone misheard it as Cloud is selling swords.
Here's Scrap Boulevard.
I can see why monsters would feel right at home.
And the more
Some sort of confusion between merch and merc.
Yeah, that too, probably. Yeah, that is also a joke that went right over my head the first time I was playing, because I just wasn't paying enough attention. Alright, we got Tifa Lockhart in our party.
Also a fake name.
Yeah. So, normally you have to run around as Cloud, even if there are other people in your party. But you can set a party leader in this menu so that once the battle starts, you automatically switch to that leader instead of Cloud. And yeah, on top of that, Tifa's got one materia of her own right now.
Ooh, she's got a Yorb.
Yeah, we got Yorbs now. So, Tifa is a brawler, so all of her weapons are just different types of gloves. I'm going to give her the power wrist guards that Cloud was holding on to, because in this game, naturally, Tifa is the character with the highest attack stat. She is the strongest physical attacker in this game. So we're also going to give her Cloud's deadly dodge. A lot of the characters in this game, even though there's no job system or class system like there are in some other Final Fantasies, Tifa is probably closest to what a monk would be in some of the other games, which are usually bare fist fighters who have really high attack stats, kind of low defense and health, though. So Tifa, way different moveset than anybody else in the game. Once her moveset starts expanding later in the game, she is the closest character that plays like a Platinum Games protagonist.
Yeah.
She is a ton of fun to use, especially once she starts learning more abilities. She also has a good amount of... She has more systems working with her basic moveset than Cloud or Barret does.
And there's our first challenger.
So while we're fighting these enemies, I'm not going to be able to show everything she can do because she kills stuff too fast. Yeah, just basic kicks and punches. One of her abilities, her damage dealing one, is dive kick.
Ooh.
It's a dive kick. It looks fucking cool. She kicks off the air somehow.
Well, practice, obviously.
These Gorgers, also enemies from the original, basically look the same, just creepy, weird bugs. Very wiggly.
Yeah, there's a lot of motion, you might say.
Yeah.
They're dynamic. How about that?
Yeah.
She can do a Shoryuken.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what a soldier looks like in action.
Kinda helpless, hugged by a bug.
I'll bet. Let's keep at it.
Yeah, that basically always happens if you immediately start off as Tifa. The bug will always want to bite Cloud instead for some reason. It's great. A big bug hug.
Wow, the pipes even go down here. Just a world of pipes.
Yep. So we got big chunky rats as well that walk upright like little fucking pangolins or something.
He's a little man. He thinks he's a little man.
He's a little... Well, they're called were-rats, so I think they're small men that turn into rats in the daytime? the opposite of a werebeast. So you saw Tifa do a Shoryuken. That's her triangle, her triangle move, her unique ability. Tifa has one other ability she can use right now called Unbridled Strength. It's basically all that move is she strikes a cool pose, and that's it. But when she strikes a cool pose, she raises this thing called her chi level. When her chi level goes up, her basic combo string gets longer and has more moves in it, and her triangle move evolves into a new move. And you can level her up twice. Again, rats die... Whoa. Rats die very quickly, so I can't even show those moves off very well yet.
See, that's the kind of physical acting I'm looking for. a little understated, a little deadpan. There we go.
Yeah. I had a different take of this that was slightly better for showing off Tifa's stuff, but then that rat flopped right in front of Cloud's face, and I had to keep this one. She's got Unbridled Strength. We use this, it levels her chi level up once. So her attack, her combo string will get longer, her uppercut move will evolve into like a more powerful move that is a shoulder check.
Let's go!
Now it's, instead of whirling uppercut, it's Omni Strike.
That's like a lot of strikes.
Yeah.
It's basically all of them.
You're good at this. Charging in like it was nothing.
You too. It's a little surprising.
Well, I've been here 5 years now. If you don't look out for yourself, no one else will. By the way, that one's gonna be on the test.
This a lesson?
Gotta learn if you're gonna stick around. Okay, let's wrap this up.
So, with Tifa's chi level, when you use Unbridled Strength once, her move levels up to Omni Strike. If you just level up, there is a time limit to that before she levels down and her attacks get weaker. It's a very long time limit, though. You don't really need to worry about it. But, like, if I leveled up to Omni Strike and then I use that move, she automatically levels down.
Okay.
All right, I think that might be the last of them.
You won't stay gone for long.
Of course not. Even so, folks will be grateful for the peace and quiet in the meantime. A win's a win, you know?
True.
Oh
Trust me,
yeah,
it'll do
winning.
wonders for your
Yeah.
Right. Let's go check in with Biggs and Wedge.
How often do these bugs just, like, get in people's trash cans and shit?
Yeah, wait, did you just run around a vacant lot and punch raccoons?
Basically, yeah.
My hero.
Ooh. Another Materia hiding this tiny cave. It's ice Materia. Could have bought it, but there's a free one here, so
Is
hey.
that why you didn't buy it at the item store?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you eventually do get duplicates of a lot of the more common Materia, but that's good because sometimes you want a lot of people to get loaded up with one type of magic spell or ability or whatever. But yeah, that basically was the equivalent of punching raccoons.
Searching for candidates.
I hear you sell swords.
The tally of monsters slain has been updated. Got new numbers for monsters slain this month. Check them out.
Hey.
Hey, I did that.
That's my 008. I died in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It's you! You're the merc everybody's talking about. Am I right?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So, the board here tracks how many monsters folks have taken down, right? A bigger number means a safer town, and who wouldn't want that? Just between you and me, though, they're pretty much all your kills. Cool, huh? Anyway, keep up the good work. We'll try to make it worth your while.
Hey, do Shinra soldiers count as monsters? Because you gotta update that.
Yeah, that's
like a fucking lot.
Like 300 at least. But yeah, we want to kill at least 50 monsters to get all the rewards from her. Pretty easy to do. You might have to go back to that vacant lot and punch more bug raccoons.
Do mercenaries do roofs?
Do mercenaries do roofs? If they did, you would have a lot of work in this town. Look at all that.
It's a lot of shitty roofs to fix out here.
What?
Back already?
Got every last one, too. Now the slum should be safe.
You guys
Yeah, I need 7 more people to follow Tifa and do all of her gestures exactly.
So I heard. I've got to ask, though. What did you tell them?
It's all right. All you gotta do is keep up the good work. It'll pay off soon enough, I promise.
How's the sword, by the way?
Good.
Glad to hear it. Seems like the perfect fit for you.
Yeah, just as intelligent.
We've been through a lot.
Oh, you okay?
I'm fine.
Been meaning to ask. After you left the village...
Bum.
It's a long story.
I've got time. Why don't you tell me all about it while we try to rustle up some more work for you?
That sounds great. I'll come too.
Oh, no, you won't.
What?
Run along now, you two.
Sorry,
Go on.
maybe next time.
Huh?
No fair.
Think about it for a second. They haven't seen each other in years. You'd be a third wheel.
Okay.
Hey, before we get back to it, why don't you check out the weapons?
No need.
Come on, the dealer's probably heard all about you by now. Might treat you better.
I don't know about that.
What if he overcharges you by 200 for everything just to get that money back?
Aw, shit. Hey, did you hear? That guy hit some bugs with a sword.
And with a weapon of your own. Hold up. Heard there's a merc that'll take on any monster. You the man?
Words
Yes, I am the man.
What if I am?
What if I am the man?
Before. I get antsy when business is slow. Man in your line of work needs weapons, no? Why not try that one on for size?
Literally no one else can lift it.
Badass like you rocking my weapons is good advertising. Think about it.
Fine.
Or if you want to take a look at something else.
Wow, my first sponsorship.
Just a look.
We just slap some decals on there, all right?
Mm-hmm. Got a new piece of armor here. The Star Bracelet costs more money, but has way worse stats. But it costs more because it's got an extra...
Yeah.
Extra materia slot, which, you know, the sacrificing your stats for more slots, kind of worth it, actually. You just gotta be careful. Also a bunch of new accessories, but we only have $67 left. We are super poor now.
Don't be a stranger.
Hey, Barrett. Hey, Barrett. Where's the rest of my money, Barrett?
Come on.
I want to buy a bulletproof vest, Barrett.
So yeah, we'll get into this a bit later, but now that we picked up a new sword, each weapon you get lets you learn a new ability.
Ooh.
Since you've got yourself a new weapon, let's see if we can't put it to good use. Come on, let's go chat up Weimer.
Who?
The guy who tracks all the requests that come to the watch. You never know. Could toss some work your way.
Where's he at?
Oh, he should be back at the office by now.
So yeah, the layout of this place, pretty similar to the original, although there is one difference in that, in the original, there's a dude who would stand right here in the little shooting range, and he was just constantly dumping shots into the target. He would never stop shooting. It was very loud in the original game. The guy who ran the shop, though, he was a big jerk in the original. Like, more of a jerk than he is in this game, honestly. I like that Weimer stands in the little spot that's meant for him.
Searching for candidates.
Hey there, Tifa. You need a helping hand?
Actually, I wanted to introduce you to an old friend of mine. This is Cloud. He's a merc.
Weimer looks like he has a lot of opinions on microbrews.
Absolutely.
Fighters to help us deal with the bigger critters.
He's trying to get a brewery going. That's really hard to do down here.
That's why he needs water filters.
Challenge you want, I might have a few good ones. Your clients can fill you in on the details. Prove yourself at these jobs, and I'll see if I can't find you some more.
Thanks.
Anyway, why are you hanging out with that creepy kid?
That kid's weird. I don't know if I like him. But yeah, now it's time to get into some side quests. They are not mandatory, but we're gonna do them because the rewards you get from them are really fucking good, actually. Generally. And this also isn't like a lot of other RPGs where there's like 3,000 side quests to do. There's barely more than 24 quests in this game.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that many, honestly. But yeah, there's no randomized loot or anything in this game. Like, when you get a thing, it's good.
Candidate detected. Performing physical analysis.
Excuse me?
Oh, shut the
Sizable
fuck
weapon,
up.
Excellent cardiovascular health and impressive lung capacity. Perfectly balanced muscle and bone structure. An optimal candidate. My name is Chadley. I'm an intern for Shinra's Research and Development Division. I hope you'll be interested in helping me with my research.
How many people here want to steal my body?
I would like you to set that assess materia in your equipment and use it to gather intelligence in battle.
Slow down.
This data will help you to develop new types of materia.
Chadley!
I'm not interested in working for Shinra.
You should know that I work actively to undermine Shinra's efforts. I'm sure you of all people can
This is the most
tremendous power
proactive
of
intern.
materia, as well as how it might be wielded against your corporate enemies. And if you later decide that I am not worthy of your trust, you can do what you do best.
That's right. You can kill me, Cloud.
Excellent.
I'm 13, but I am willing to die for the cause.
Once you've completed your task, please return.
I take
to
it back,
report to me.
Chadley Owens.
I fucking love Chadley in this game.
Chadley's the best.
Chadley is a new character to the remake, and he fucking owns. I love that he became an intern because he wants to bring down the corporation. What in the fuck? That's so good.
I'm actively poisoning Mayor Domino.
Oh, man. So yeah, Chadley is another type of... I mean, doing this first thing for Chadley is a side quest on its own. But Chadley is a whole separate little, like, challenge, like, achievement system where...
Yeah, Chadley's a whole separate thing, all right.
Oh, by the way, when you're upgrading weapons, when you get skill points, you're not using them all up on one weapon. So, like, if you use 10 skill points on one weapon, it doesn't mean it's not also available for the other weapon. So you don't have to worry about pick and choosing what skill points going to what weapon. They all get the same amount of points. It's really nice. It actually lets you, experiment with all of the weapons.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, we're going to switch to the Iron Blade because it has 3 materia slots. It's a ton for the early game.
Yeah, mix that with your new armor and, like, bam.
Yeah.
Orbit up.
Yeah. Iron Blade, of course, has completely different types of upgrades from the Buster Sword. It has this really nice one that scales nicely throughout the whole game. It just reduces all damage you take while blocking by another 10%. And this is also a weapon that can actually increase your defense by a little bit. The Iron Blade is also has a better attack stat, or a magic attack stat, than it does attack. So with this, and also the fact that we're going to be able to put so many materia on Cloud now, I'm making him more focused on being a mage of sorts. Like, again, since it's early game, it's... a lot of the characters are going to be a little more similar stat-wise and build-wise because you don't have a ton of materia yet and people haven't leveled up enough. But the further you get into the game, the more, like, specialized everyone can become. It's a really fun system. And on top of that, on the right there, the sword has a new ability Cloud can learn, which is Triple Slash. Really good ability. So you just don't... Just getting the weapon doesn't mean you learn it. You have to use the ability enough while in battle, and then you permanently acquire the ability. So, like, right now, if I have that sword equipped, I can use that ability. If I took it off, I wouldn't have it anymore. And there's also an additional thing. Each ability you can learn has some type of extra requirement where if you do it successfully, you get bonus experience for learning the ability. It's a proficiency bonus. Triple Slash is just if you hit 3 enemies with it, you get extra experience. Pretty much all of the requirements for getting bonus experience is just like use the ability in the situation it is made for.
You have fun talking about all that. I'm still hung up on this kid using his Google Glass to scan your hunk attributes.
It's so good. Also, Tifa's weapon here can level up her speed stat. Speed does not alter your actual movement speed. That's always set through the whole game. Your speed stat influences how quickly your ATB gauge charges. So the higher that is, the less punches you have to do to fill it up.
To do your cool pose and get better punches.
Yeah. Also, Tifa's dive kick move, she hasn't learned yet. But that's a very easy one to learn. So yeah, this is the first challenge from Chadley. We just need to scan 2 enemies with the assess materia he gave us. And every challenge that Chadley gives you, when you complete it, it unlocks a completely new materia that you cannot get anywhere else in the game.
Ooh, Chadley's got the hookup. Inside man.
A lot of the materia you can get from Chadley, especially later on in the game, are really fucking good. Like, you want to do these little missions from him. Chadley. I love that his name is Chadley, too. A perfect choice of a name.
Just, if any, like, scenario writers or whatever are listening, if you want me to like your NPCs, make sure they invite me to murder them. I don't have to have the option. I just want to be told it's okay.
I got your number.
So here I use the assess materia. It lets you scan enemies to get more details on them. So now we know how much health it actually has, we know all the types of items it drops, the experience it gives, and the more important thing, we know what it's weak against. And we can also see what abilities the enemy has now. This bug is weak to ice. This is another thing you'll figure out throughout most of the game is generally if you're fighting bugs, they're almost always weak to ice.
Come on!
Or rats, even. That was a rat, not a bug, excuse me.
They're both invertebrates, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Don't hold back.
You got it!
Bugs are generally weak to ice, and if you're fighting anything that's not a bug, but looks like it may have mutated, also probably weak to ice. Yeah, here, this Gorger is weak to ice, and that other icon next to it, that little cane, little staff, is just, that's just magic. It's just weak to magic in general.
So an ice spell, it's double weak? Does that mean anything?
I don't think there's double weaknesses, but there are ways to hit it with ice without using spells also. You can eventually put elements, you can eventually get physical attacks that also do elemental damage.
Yeah, let's warp to Chadley.
Yeah, this is a nice thing when you're doing side quests. Once you're done, it's like you could just teleport to the person who gave it to you.
Hey, sock garters, here's some info.
You were the first to gather the data I requested. Here is the rest of your payment. I have developed new materia. Would you like to see it?
We did that little challenge, unlock a new materia because of it. Whenever that new materia becomes available, also if you want to reset your weapon upgrades and get different upgrades, he's the one that does that for you, but you got to pay him to do it.
He's the opposite of Biggs because he is little.
When you unlock materia, you still have to buy them, but the first one of whatever one you unlock is always super cheap. And some materia, there's only one of. Like this auto cure materia, I believe there's only one of the entire game you can get. But some of the ones you unlock from him, he has maybe 3 in stock total, but the first one's really cheap, and the one after that is much higher in price.
I plan to develop more materia in the future. Together, we can harness enough power to take down Shinra. I'll keep preparing more battle intel reports.
Is that handkerchief tied there so your mom can find you in a crowd?
No.
What is going on with Chat? I need to know more about Chadley.
That went well. Could be you found your calling.
Don't go around telling people I'm connecting with Chadley. I know how the game of telephone works in this town. That's not going to work out.
It's not what you know, but who.
You remembered.
Not a patient teacher.
Maybe not so patient next time.
Oh boy.
Oh, Barrett should have finished collecting his share of the money by now. So what do you want to do? Head back to the bar?
Cloud's eyes light up red. He immediately runs to the bar.
So now that we did that first mission for Chadley, we've unlocked a bunch of extra missions from him. There's 3 others. Here's the really nice thing. From the very start of the game is tracking your progress for all of these missions before you even unlock them.
Oh, yes.
It's so good. So like here, this one, you know, we need to exploit 3 different elemental weaknesses, one of 3 different elements. We've already done 2 of those already. It's so nice that they're tracking all of this progress before you even know this exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little thing, but it's really nice. But yeah, with that, this part of the game kind of opens up, and we can just run around and do some side quests for a bit now, which we'll start checking out next episode.
Hell yeah. I hope the next one's for an adult.
Maybe. Love you, Chadley. What's your deal?